Hi everybody, this is Cheyenne. I'm back again with another live tarot reading. At first I was going to do a pick a card reading, but I decided not to go that route and wait until I get some oracle decks. And I'll talk about what those oracle decks are later. But, hi everyone. So, again, please bear with me. I still deal with anxiety, so I'm going to be very nervous while going through this tarot reading, but I'll try the best of my abilities to get the message through or the message across so that it may help someone out there. But again, this tarot reading is going to be on the full moon that's coming up on the 14th, this Saturday. And a lot of people have been talking about it, and you see a lot of memes or posts about it, and I want to talk about how important this full moon is, and it will be in the sign Pisces. So it would be cool if you find out if you have Pisces within your chart. But this full moon, why I say it's really important is because what I would call it, me and my spirit guides, is an energy shift. And before I even start this reading, I just want to tell you guys that I'm going to provide a timestamp below in the comments just so that you guys can fast forward to the actual reading, because a lot of the times my spirit guides are the other side, my ancestors, the people that I channel so that I can get information from the cards. A lot of the times we like to have a channeled message in the beginning of the video. That way I can just get off everything that's off my chest as far as what they want to say. And then I'll just go down to the comments below, and then there'll be a timestamp. So if you guys don't like listening to a channel message before the actual reading, you guys can just click away and come back to the video later, and then there will be a timestamp provided below in the comments. That way you could just fast forward and boom, there you go. So as I was saying, for the full moon in Pisces, why I say this is a pivotal moment is because full moon, they are important, but this one in particular, since it resides within the 999 portal, and a lot of people are going to be like, what the fuck is a 99 portal? It actually is a portal that opened up on the 9th of September just recently, and what we would call it is a 999 portal. So what happens is that it's pretty much the depth or the repayment of karma. And 9 in numerology represents karma. So, and that's another thing that I study as well as numerology. And each number that, it represents something. So if you feel guided to look up a certain number that may be popping up in your life ever so often, maybe it's a sign that you should probably go and check out that number. There's a lot of information provided out there. So, but 9 represents karma, it represents fertility, it represents femininity, it represents quite a lot of things. So, okay. So the Pisces is what I'm going to be talking about. Pisces represents intuitive abilities. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of people watching. Hi, Gina. There's a lot of people coming in. Anywho, welcome. I'm doing a live tarot reading again, so if this type of stuff scares you, I suggest that you click off, and don't watch. But if you're brave enough to just tough it out, it's really not that scary, okay? It's just a way of channeling and getting messages from the other side. But if that freaks you out, I ask you guys to leave. But yes, Pisces represents intuition. So what intuition is basically, everyone has it. Mind you, we work with dualities in life. So a duality would be like a masculine, feminine, like the opposite, yin and yang. Each energy has a certain counterpart to one another. And that goes for Pisces as well, because if you look up the Pisces sign, it represents the 2 fish, right? So Pisces are known for being very psychic, and they have a lot of intuitive abilities. They're able to channel the other side quite normally, very easily. In fact, and their dreams, they have very vivid dreams. They're known for having very specific dreams or messages that may be coming through from the other side. So Pisces is a really badass sign, if you ask me. I really like people who have Pisces within their chart. It just so happens that the full moon that's coming around right now is going to be a pivotal point for all signs, but especially Pisces. So, and what that means is that a lot of people, like I said, have intuition themselves. So just because I channel to the other side doesn't mean that you can't do it too. Okay, because everyone has abilities, their own abilities, in order to talk to the other side. So it's not just me that can do it. It can actually be whoever is watching this. You can actually talk to spirits, to angels, to ancestors. They can hear you. It's just more of, are you ready to open up those the abilities? Are you ready to be open to that intuition? Are you ready to let go of that fear? You know, and I don't blame anyone, because my whole life, especially when I was younger and I started seeing spirits and talking with them, it actually scared the crap out of me. And they're ringing in my right ear. But yes, it scared the crap out of me. I literally ran. I would scream my head off. I would cry. I actually it got so bad to the point where I blocked off my abilities for the longest time, and I just didn't want to talk about it or even think about it. Just dismissed it completely. And then over time, over the years, as time went by, it started to come back. And then I had a full-blown awakening within this year. So that happened. And I guess I can go a little bit more into my spiritual awakening within a different video. But for now, I just want to let everyone know that, you know, you have the capability to do this. It's not just me. And a lot of people have been DMing me and asking me, like, how do I open up my psychic abilities, or how do I open up this? And it's like, it's already there. You already have the ability. It's just more on if you're ready to tap into it. I mean, you could ask, right? Because what happened with me is that it required me to hit complete rock bottom. That means I had to lose everything. And I'm not trying to scare you guys off, but part of the spiritual awakening that people don't realize is that a lot of the times it requires for you to let go completely of the old life that you used to live in order for you to gain a whole new life, right? So that means I lost my relationships. Pretty much relationships for everyone, friends and family, and love interests, also job-wise, money. So that's why I said 9 represents karma, because it started on the 9th and it lasts for 9 days until the 18th. And what rules karma is the planet Saturn. And the planet Saturn is in retrograde right now, and it actually goes direct on the 18th. So it's coming up very soon. But a lot of people don't realize that during this point, within this 9 days, is when karma, or the scales, are going to be balanced out. So if you were a good person and you did good deeds, and you know you did good things, right? And you were following your purpose, you were following what you were told, you know, as far as like the divine goes. And when I say the divine, I mean spirit. And you're not hurting anyone. Just know that to expect that this week, and then when 2020 comes around, that it actually will be repaid in full as far as prosperity goes, right? But if you were someone that was not nice, someone that purposely hurt others, someone that did not listen or follow your life purpose, or someone who just wanted to, that was hurting so much to the point that they felt like hurting others and all that jazz, well, just know that karma will be repaid to those folks as well. And no one is excluded. Everyone is included within this karma. okay? Good and bad. And that's why I want to stress a lot when I say what you think about is what you bring about is very true. And a lot of people don't realize that when we walk through life with a negative, pessimistic mindset, it actually attracts and manifests negative stuff into our life. So if you're someone that is wondering why my life is going a certain way and why things just don't work out the way it's supposed to, you need to ask yourself, well, am I following my life's purpose right now? Or am I putting certain things on the back burner, you know? And the thing is that Spirit will show us many signs throughout our lifetime, and a lot of it goes unnoticed. Even for me, right? Because we're not all perfect. And mind you, I have days where I manifest crap shit into my life, okay? Just from overthinking. But just, that's why I say be aware of your thoughts, your actions. And the thing is that a lot of people think that, well, if I'm not doing something to someone, that doesn't mean anything. If you're wishing harm on someone and you are literally thinking and wishing bad on someone else's life, karma will be repaid to you as well. So that's why I say be careful on what you think about, okay? So that's why I say wish good for people, you know, wish well for people, wish them, you know, joy and happiness, wish them love and prosperity, you know, because the more you put out there, especially for other people, it's going to come back to you, right? If you're putting out there bad intent and you're wishing ill on others, that will come back to you. And people think that they can get away with it just because it's in your thoughts. That's not true. And I can go more in depth on why thoughts actually can be a form, like bad thoughts can be a form of black magic, and people don't even realize that they're doing it on the daily. They don't realize that they're using black magic on other people just through being negative and talking crap about others, or thinking bad about others, or judging others, you know. So this full moon is pivotal because sorry, my throat chakra. It would actually start making people realize their actions, you know, especially that happen throughout the year, whether good or bad. So it would make people realize, okay, or if I fucked up on this, or did I do good on this, you know, that type of thing. So it's a reflection period. And not only that, but we're also in Virgo season. So shout out to Virgos and happy birthday to all Virgos. But Virgo season is the perfect time to go within and reflect on your life decisions, reflect on what it is that you want to bring into your life happiness wise. And it also will make us realize what is it that we actually want in our life for us, you know, what makes us happy, what brings us joy, what makes us think in childlike manners, you know, because a lot of people are very out of touch with their inner child, and I can go more in depth on videos on that, but being in touch with your inner child is so important. I don't care how old you are, even if you're 60, 70, 80, I don't care. Those who are very in touch with their inner child, and when I say inner child, I mean that little child, that little voice in you, that always begs and cries and maybe possibly throws tantrums sometimes. But it wants to be recognized, you know. And a lot of the times when we grow up and we leave adulthood, especially after high school, we totally throw out the whole notion of childhood and just accept that we are adults and that we should act like adults, which isn't the case. Spirit wants us to be more attached with our inner child, with that child from before all the hurt, all the pain, when life started happening. It wants us to be more in touch with that person from back then versus the person that we were programmed to be right now. Does that make sense? But I feel like a lot of people are not going to get what I'm talking about. But if you do, that means you're resonating with me at a certain wavelength. If not, that's okay. Doesn't mean you're stupid. Doesn't mean, you know, you're behind. It just means that you're at a different wavelength, okay? But Pisces, for me, this would be the perfect time to start manifesting. And what I mean by manifesting, we do manifesting daily all the time, okay? So it can be like we legit manifest money, we manifest relationships. Manifestation is the basis core, or the core tool that we use in order to bring things into fruition here on earth, right? So like, say for instance, if you wanted a brand new car, well, you thinking about that car, you wishing that you had that car, you saving up for that car and working towards that car is actually a form of manifestation. Believe it or not. That's literally what manifestation is. It's you thinking it, believing it, working hard towards it, and then achieving it and receiving it. It's pretty much what manifestation is. And they just confirmed it to me in my left ear. Thank you. But yes, it's manifestation if I told you it's a form of magic, people would actually freak the fuck out. There's a lot of things that a lot of people here do not know what is going on right now in this world. Really, like, I'm talking about not what's being shown to you. I'm talking about what's going on, like, really underneath it all. There's just so much shit that's going on. So this full moon in Pisces will actually be very great as far as illuminating the fact for people, like the truth, right? And there was someone that DM'd me not too long ago. I'm not going to call them out or say any names, but they were asking me about the fourth dimension, because I made a comment somewhere about the fifth dimension, and then I talked about the third dimension as well, and I will tap a little bit into that, right? But what I mean by illuminating the truth, the fourth dimension is pretty much what that is, right? It's pretty much what's underneath the veil. Full moons, what happens is when that starts coming in, it actually illuminates what's hidden underneath that veil and what's hidden underneath the surface, you know? Things that go unnoticed, right, on an everyday basis. Things that we're just not meant to know at that time until the full moon comes across, and then it just illuminates it, kind of like a flashlight. So yeah, so the fourth dimension is pretty much the illumination of truth, right? The third dimension is the world that we live in right now. It's what you see. It's what's tangible, right? It's what you can see, touch, smell, right? The five senses. So this right here is 3D, this crystal, right? That I can feel and touch. This candle that I'm smelling is 3D, right? But a lot of people don't know or realize that a lot of physical things, the earth, the soil, the water, the sky, the clouds, the trees, the animals, us, we're all made of energy, right? And energy is ever flowing, right? It's constant. It never ends. That's why the notion of, Sailor Moon, the notion of death is tricky, right? A lot of people don't really know how to talk about death or know how to approach death because it makes people scared. And I don't blame them, right? Because we fear what we don't understand and what we don't know. Until we know, until we get physical evidence, that's just how humans are, then we start to believe it. If we don't see it, then we don't believe it, right? But that's not always the case. Everything has energy within itself. This has energy. This has energy. Definitely, since it's a crystal, it's made from the earth. Sage, everything has energy. Me, I'm made up of energy. It's just what you see right now is what we would call the 3D, what's tangible. 4D is the illumination of truth, right? Because what comes with 3D, there comes illusions. And a lot of people don't realize that social media, even though we use it on the daily, it's something that's a part of our society, that would be considered a 2-dimensional plane. And that's lower than the 3D world. That means that there's a lot of lies and deception that goes into social media, of course, and the web in general. And that's why in the spiritual community, we always teach people, do not believe what you see in this 3D plane. And people will look at you like you crazy too. Like, what you mean, don't believe what you see? I mean that there are certain things that we do not understand, that we do not see from the naked eye, right? But that does not mean that it's not there. It's still there. It's just we can't see it. And what happens is with this full moon, it actually helps activate being able to see that. It helps activate us how to see underneath that veil of the 3D and go into the 4D, which is what? Truth. So you're going to start seeing over time more people on the news, the media, people who have done wrong in their past. They're going to start being more exposed, right? You're going to hear people going to jail more for sexual assaults, murder, politicians, right? And this is why I really advocate not to watch the news, because the news, sadly, it is full of a lot of lies. And a lot of people, especially spirit, I had a hard time with that one. They do not encourage me to watch the news or certain type of TV shows or certain things. I have to be very careful on what I watch and what I put in front of me as far as my eyes go, right? And that means I have to be careful about what I put into my body as far as food-wise, and be careful on what I listen to as far as music-wise, right? So I have to go through all the certain senses and be very cautious and be very aware of what I'm surrounding myself with. And I'm urging people, not to scare you, but to just be more cautious of your surroundings, okay? This is a time where you need to pay attention to your surroundings. Not walking around with blind eyes, covering your eyes, just being ignorant to what's going on. Just know that the full moon in Pisces, whether you like it or not, is going to catapult us into that. So a lot of people are actually going to wake up spiritually. A lot of people are going to wake up and find out that they have gifts that they didn't know that they had, or that they always knew that they had, but they just were too afraid to show it or tap into it. You know, because I say that everyone is gifted, and you can't tell me that. Like, I believe that everyone on this earth is gifted. However, we all have different purposes, and we have different purposes for those gifts, right? And sometimes a lot of us abuse those gifts, and spirit can take it away just like that. Trust me, they could just, like that, as easy as I give it to you, they can take it away just like that if you abuse it. And I know this for sure because I once abused my powers before. So I know, but like, that's the thing is, this moment in history right now, in time, is so important. And Saturn, when he goes direct, oh boy, that means no more fucking around, right? When Saturn was in retrograde this whole year, he was just taking a break and just, you know, sitting back, chilling. But when a planet goes direct, okay, mind you, and when I mean by retrograde, it means normally a planet would orbit or spin a certain direction, but what happens when during retrograde, certain planets go the opposite direction. They orbit the opposite way for quite a while, right? And Saturn has been going in retrograde for like pretty much this whole year. So a lot of people have been dealing with karma in their life, okay, good and bad. I know that for a fact that a lot of people here on Earth have been feeling like they're getting their ass kicked this year versus a lot of different all other years that we've been through, okay? I know for sure. But when he goes direct on the 18th next week, you'll start to feel that shift of us starting to be more busy, right? A lot of people are going to start to hunker down and actually take things seriously when it comes to their finances, when it comes to their love life, when it comes to family, when it comes to children, and when it comes to school, everything. Everyone's gonna be affected by this shift. It's just a lot of people they just walk through life not realizing that this affects their life on the daily. And that's why I'm like, those people who tell you that astrology is not real and everything, I just want to kindly say, no. Astrology is so important, and there's a reason why they don't teach it in schools. There's a reason why they stay away from astrology, okay? Astrology, if you study on planets and certain times, certain years, certain solar storms, certain retrogrades, and all that jazz, you start to realize that the planets and the way that the solar system works really, in the lunar cycles, right? The moon, it affects us on the daily, and our choice making and our decision making and our love life and our finances. People are wondering why certain projects or certain times where they expect like a certain payoff and it just didn't work out. It's because they're not doing it in the right timeline, the right lunar cycle. So you see, it goes hand in hand. And once you get the lunar cycles down and astrology down and certain planets and stuff like that, your life becomes so much easier. You'll notice that you are more prepared for any type of shift that happens, right, in our universe. Like I said, we're all energy, and it affects everything, down to the insect, down to the air that we breathe, everything. Okay? So pay attention. For me, I think I might record a live on me doing a spell on manifestation work. I'm going to be using bay leaves, actually. And people don't realize that you can use bay leaves to manifest wealth or money. You know, you can use certain different types of things that can actually bring certain things into your life, and people don't realize that. But they get scared because they think that it's bad, it's scary, it's black magic, you know. But hey, it just, you can really tell who doesn't do their research and who does. Or you know what I mean, or who goes off of what other people tell them, you know. But I'm not here to put people down. I'm just here to say, like, or just to be honest with you guys, that this moment in history right now is rare, and it's not going to happen for a very long time, right? Most of this phenomenon that's going on within this year is not going to happen within our lifetime, sadly. It might happen within our kids and our grandchildren, but that's why I say this year is a pivotal year, that people need to start waking up and realizing their life purpose here, right? And not stop continuing to fuck around, right? But there are certain people who are meant to not be awake. And there's people who are meant to be awake, right? It all depends on your chart and your purpose, okay? So, yeah, so Saturn, big boy, is going into direct. Jupiter is still in retrograde right now as we speak. Pluto as well. There has been a shit ton of planets who have been in retrograde, and actually these planets have been affecting us on the daily quite often. And then of course everyone knows what Mercury retrograde is, because that's the planet that's talked about the most. So but yeah, so for me, I suggest for this Saturday, I'm going to be doing a spiritual cleanse, and a lot of people don't know what that is, but I'm gonna do a spiritual bath, and I probably will It's easier to show you than just to talk about it, or I could just make a post about it. But what it does is that it helps protect your energy from anything, right? It doesn't mean like just protecting it from, you know, dark energy and all that jazz, but it is protecting you in a way so that the shift that happens on Saturday is not going to affect us so much. Because when a full moon comes, people get moody, they get a little bit bitchy, people get tired, people feel kind of outside themselves. Some people get affected quite happily, right? But a lot of people start like, why am I so emotional? If you ask yourself that during that time, just know that the moon has something to do with that, okay? But that shouldn't mean that it should excuse your behavior, right? Don't just be a bitch just to be a bitch. But I'm just saying, you're going to find yourself being a little bit more emotional within this week and going into next week. And that's totally normal. If you find yourself crying, shedding a few tears, that's normal, okay? If you find yourself being angry or just easily pissed off, that is normal as well. If you find yourself feeling tired and groggy and very foggy, like-minded, that's normal as well. If you have anxiety and you suffer from anxiety, that will be heightened as well. But a lot of people feel like they're going to lose their minds during the full moon. But just know you'll get through it. It'll be fine, right? People might have a few weird dreams, so pay attention to your dreams on Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you can, if you're a person that has vivid dreams, pay attention to those dreams. People don't realize that the dreams that we have are actually messages, right? That would probably freak out a lot of people. But our dream state is actually part of the 5D, the fifth dimension. It's the place that we go to after we leave and transition from this world, okay? So a lot of our loved ones, a lot of ancestors and spirit guides actually reside in the fifth dimension. And that's why I say I tap into the fifth dimension on the daily, that I can talk to our loved ones, their ancestors, you know, and you can do it too. Anyone can do it. I want to stress that out. You guys are all incredibly gifted. Whoever is coming across this video, just know that you are incredibly gifted, okay? Just you clicking on this damn video, just know that there's a reason for that you're actually being guided to this video to click to it. I'm just saying. So it's a lot of people like to think that we have free will in this world. Yes, we do, but there is a higher power out there that actually guides us along this journey, right? You can call it God, you can call it spirit, you can call it, I don't know, anything you want to, right? It doesn't matter of the label. And a lot of people like to argue about which word is right. You know, you can call God creator, source, divine, anything, you know, Ra. There's a lot of names for it. That's why I stress that labels are such a human thing, honestly. It's such a 3D concept. We need labels in order to actually speak with one another. But technically, in the 5D, they do not talk, okay? They don't even move their mouths a lot of the times. We speak telepathically, so you speak consciously. That's how it happens. They actually can transmute and speak and communicate. Hi, Mom! Welcome! I haven't started the video. I was just telling people that if they come by and it's too long, I do a channeled message before the reading even starts, and I actually will have a timestamp provided in the comments below if you guys don't have time to watch the channeled message, right? But what I'm talking about in the beginning is pretty much I'm channeling a message for you guys as far as what to expect for the full moon this weekend, okay? And this whole reading is going to be based off of the full moon, but I have a feeling a lot of the times when I do readings on natural or just Mother Nature in general, it actually turns into a love reading. Go figure. Okay. Wow, a lot of people are coming on. Hey, Nana! How you doing, Nana? I love you. I love everyone that's on here. Oh my gosh, celebration, 3 of Cups. That's what the oh, okay. So look, happy times are on the horizon. Oh my gosh. This is a good thing. I like where this reading is going already. It hasn't even started. Yeah, no, it's gonna, again, split the deck, another 3 of Cups. But it's just been so, I'm gonna be honest with you. This week, as far as karmic week and the week before, has been a shit show. Again, at the bottom of the deck, 3 of Cups. They are stressing out that there's going to be happy times when this full moon starts coming in. This 3 of Cups represents celebration, right? It represents coming together. It represents family. It probably, and plus since the holiday seasons are coming up, there's going to be a lot of birthdays. We're in Virgo season, a lot of celebrations, a lot of parties, a lot of family gatherings, a lot of get-togethers. That's pretty much what this card it means. Like, hey, there's going to be some fun times on the horizon coming up pretty soon. So, let's just say, like I said, it's been a shit show. I've been up and down in my moods. I've been a royal bitch here and there. Just to be honest. And I feel like my attitude goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And that's normal, okay? But I've been trying so hard not to just to keep my emotions in check and balance. And that's one thing that, what is it? So proud of you, beautiful. Thank you, Destiny. Hi, Destiny. Love you. So, okay, but like balance, as I was gonna get into. And when I'm talking, okay, I'm going to do a warning right now. And the reason why I got quiet is because one of them is talking. I don't want to scare anyone, okay? And I don't want to make this seem like it's a game. Like, this is not a hoax. This is not something that I'm doing just for fun either, right? And the thing is that people are going to believe what they're going to believe. I can't control that, right? I can't control other people's opinions or whatever of that matter. But, however, and I'm not, like, asking for validation either, but Jerry is coming through in the reading. And one thing that he always stressed to me about was how important balance is, okay? And balance is coming up right now because I was talking about emotions and being emotionally, like, up and down all the time. And he always constantly tells me, balance. You need balance, cousin. Like, balance out those emotions. Like, and he always stressed that balance was the key to happiness in life. And I was very blessed to have that conversation with him, you know, because I knew, and a lot of people I know that Jerry was very gifted in this lifetime, okay? This was during a time where I was not awakened. But I knew deep down inside that there was something about Jerry in this lifetime that made him very special, okay? And everyone's special. I'm just saying everyone's special, but I'm saying that there was something about Jerry that was very special about him, as far as him being very connected to the 5D and the other side. And the thing is that he was very easily misunderstood, okay? I remember there was a conversation that was made that was talking about aliens and stuff like that within my family, and how he was also a witness of seeing aliens. And a lot of people looked at him like he was crazy. But I just want to let people know that he was totally right, and he actually did see some actual aliens, okay? I'm vouching for him. The stuff that Jerry's seen and the paranormal stuff that he experienced within his lifetime, and the stuff that he would tell me, it would freak me out, but it would really intrigue me because I would really relate to it. So, but he was very connected. A lot of the time, Spirit would try to get his attention, and I'm sure that he noticed a lot of signs and synchronicities as well. But he was a very spiritually awoken person, right? But one thing that he said was balance is key, and it could be to anything, right? And we all know that, but I stress that there's so much that goes into balance that we don't even, like, go into. We just know that balance is, like, you know, like yin and yang, right? But no, balance goes into everything. Like I said, dualities, masculine, feminine. A lot of people don't know that we have masculine and feminine energies within us. We're basically androgynous, energetically. Anywho, I'm going to start this reading off. So, Spirit I would like to join or welcome you guys into my space, and I'm going to be doing a live reading for these lovelies, and I'm going to be doing reading on the full moon. So please, if there's anything that you guys would like to, you know, say within these cards, I ask of you to bless me with your energy and to come through. Thank you. So, okay, so first card, overall energy of the full moon. Oh, judgment. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. I'm just really excited. The thing is like, I'm intuitive, right? But like at the same time, I like using cards as a physical. Okay, so anywho, judgment right here. You see this shit? This actually represents spirit, and it actually represents the divine, pretty much who I'm talking to right now, currently. So they decided they wanted to make their appearance well known, and this right here represents the archangel. I would say, don't judge me for this. Gabriel, whoever it is that actually sounds the horn, the trumpets, right? If you know what I'm talking about. I always get him mixed up with Gabriel and Raphael. I always get them mixed up. I'm sorry, archangels. But this represents someone sounding the horn. This represents judgment. And I was just talking about karma. And I was just talking about illuminations and things being realized. This is a time of judgment. So that means that any good or bad karma that may be coming our way is to balance out the scales. Like I said, balance. It's to make sure that things are not, you know, one over the other. So this represents divine intervention. And when I say divine intervention, that means spirit guides, your team of angels and all that jazz, ancestors are stepping in right now, especially during the full moon, so that, you know, whatever it is that is owed to you can be bestowed to you. So if you've been manifesting like a new life, whether that be money, kids to get pregnant, relationship, love, you know, all that stuff, divine is saying that they're coming in. They're sounding the trumpet. I would believe this is Archangel Gabriel that's stepping in right now. And I really connect to Archangel Michael. If you don't know who Archangel Michael is, that's someone that I actually connect to and talk to quite often. I work with Archangel Michael quite often, more so than other archangels. The thing is, nothing against them. I love them all completely. It's just Archangel Michael helps me the most, and he also helps a lot of fellow humans the most. You don't even know that Archangel Michael might be helping you right now in this lifetime. But he's someone that, archangels are the angels that are earth angels that come here that help humans, right? Because there's a certain hierarchy of different angels. What I'm talking about are the angels that help us, humans, right now on the earth, on this 3D plane. And underneath the deck is the Hierophant. This also represents the divine. This represents commitment. It represents Taurus energy, right? The Hierophant is the highest you can go. Remember in my last reading I said page, knights, kings, emperors, and then there's the Hierophant. So this represents people's higher self stepping in, right? And everyone has a higher self, okay? I have a higher self. I connect with my higher self all the time. You have a higher self, whoever is watching this. That is pretty much your real consciousness, the soul that comes into the body. The real you, right? The one that is in control of your intuition, right? So what I'm saying is that this full moon with the Judgment card, it's going to be bringing in so many heightened abilities, just like I was talking about. Okay, so can you give me a little bit more information on the Judgment card? I hope you guys are having a good day or night wherever you guys may be. Oh my gosh, the Sun card! Oh, I could just end the reading right here. I am just happy right now with this outcome right now. See, we got this in our last reading. This is beautiful. Oh God. Okay. the sun represents Leo energy. So if you have Leo within your chart, pay attention, okay? This could also, when I call out certain type of astrology signs, it doesn't mean that you have to be that astrology sign. I'm just talking about the overall energy, okay? So just whatever resonates or applies to you. But just know that from this point on, when I said illumination, the sun illuminates the truth. So everything that I was talking about in my message before this reading started, and if you just got here, you got to rewind it and go back later. I'll have a timestamp. But I just said this. Things will be illuminated. Your intuition, your psychic abilities, certain dreams, things, the path that you want to go on, the certain job that you're looking for, the next step, right? Because people are just... Oh, look at that, Mom. Yes, the sun card. And my mom is actually a Leo sun. So, and this can also represent an actual son. Someone could be pregnant and actually have a baby, because you see the kid. Someone could be expecting. Someone could be wanting to be expecting. But this represents happy times, right? This represents, this is the happiest card you can ever get in the deck. And this is my most favorite card. Like, if I could get this tattooed on me, I would. But this card is saying to you guys that once this full moon in Pisces starts to roll in, a lot of things are going to be illuminated. It might be harsh truth. There might be certain things that you see that you may not want to see. And there are certain things that you have been hoping and wishing for that will probably come into fruition, that will be highlighted. Whether that be a job you're waiting for, that call, or a relationship, you confessing your feelings, right? Now would be the time, if you want to get into a relationship or a love relationship, now would be the time to like start confessing your feelings, start confessing love towards that person. If you want to start a business, if you want to start a project, now would be the time to do that, okay? If you have a fun project or a business plan to do, just know that what the outcome would be the sun. It's saying that whatever you're holding off on right now, again, this is the outcome. I don't know how obvious that can be, because that came out in our last reading, right? If you watch the other reading, this came out in that one. So Spirit's confirming. Stop worrying. And I need to take this advice too, because I'm a worrywart. Stop worrying, because whatever you're worrying about, you're just blocking yourself from whatever it is that you're trying to bring into your life, right? So just go with the flow. Accept what is at this current moment. It is what it is. But from moving forward, just focus on things that make you happy, things that keep you busy. Focus on resting. Focus on making sure to take care of you and yourself. Making sure to stay hydrated. Just making sure to take care of you. Now would be the time to start doing more self-care work. Start doing more stuff for yourself. Okay? And I can't stress this enough, because Spirit, this is one thing that I had to learn, was about unconditional love and how important that is. And a lot of people have this construed notion of what love is, okay? And I'm talking about a 5D sense. The unconditional love that they have on the 5D is a love that a lot of people on this earth can probably not even fathom, okay? It would actually scare people away because of how much love there is on that side, and how much they actually really do love us and are watching us and making sure that they're guiding us, on the right path. Okay, but this is just for people who are lost right now and who need help, who need encouragement. There will be better days, okay? Whatever you're stressing about, crying about at night, I'm feeling this heartbreak energy. I'm feeling restless nights and stuff like that. But just know that things will be okay, all right? You are being guided, right? You are not alone on your journey. No one is ever alone. There is always Spirit with you. There's your loved ones, your past life, your ancestors. You are never alone on this journey. Even if you're alone in a freaking room, I don't care. You are not alone. Technically, if that scares you, like I said, this is not the video for you. You're not ready to hear this message. But if you are, just know that you are guided by a team of trustworthy, loving, unconditional loving beings on the other side who are telling you, keep your chin up. Girl, boy, whoever's watching this, you know, don't give up. All right? Keep at it, you know? So, I'm just going to leave that right there. Can you give me some clarification on the Hierophant, please? Who's the Hierophant? What's this represent? I know this probably represents the divine, but I feel like this is an actual person. Yep, see, an actual person. The Knight of Cups. Okay, so this is water energy. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Someone can have this within their chart. Knight of Cups represents someone who is coming in with a cup of love emotions. So this can represent either a male or a female. Mind you, genders don't matter in tarot. It's all about the energy. This can represent a male or a female, but they're coming either your direction or they're coming forward or towards something. And I feel like what they have in this cup is a cup of love or an offer to make, you know, whether that be commitment. I feel like it is commitment because the Hierophant represents actually proposal and marriage. It actually represents, you know, someone getting on their knee and asking you to marry them. Oh, yep. See, look, at the bottom of the deck is Ace of Wands. So this, okay, I'm laughing because, okay, the Ace of Wands represent fire energy, right? Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So someone can have this within their chart as well. But they're coming in with an offer. This is what I just said. They're coming in with this. This represents a new beginning, right? So it can be male, female. Someone's coming in with an offer towards you, whoever's watching, or towards the person that you're watching for or thinking about, or for me in general. But this represents someone offering either a job, a new opportunity, maybe a new opportunity that revolves around love, because cups represent emotions. It represents someone spilling out their feelings for someone. So I don't know who that resonates for, but I feel like again, remember when I said in the beginning this is going to turn into a love reading? It definitely is. So, but Ace of Wands also represents, I know I got family hunting here, but it represents my King Dangalang card, okay? I'm just going to be honest. I'm just going to be very transparent. In tarot, Ace of Wands represents someone who has a big dangalang, okay? Someone that might be packing, okay? I'm so embarrassed. I did not want to say that. But hey, I split the deck. So like, oh my gosh, remember when I said restless, sleepless nights? Who's having anxiety or staying up at night? Someone's having nightmares. They're having sleepless nights. They can't sleep. They feel like they're tossing and turning. They're possibly sleep paralysis, certain dreams, nightmares that may be coming in. Someone is just not having a happy time right now as far as nighttime goes. I'm so sorry if you're going through that. Whoever is like not sleeping well. I am not sleeping well for sure. I get mainly, I would say 2 to 3 hours a night. That's really bad. I should not be getting that much sleep. I should be getting more. But a lot of the times I get waken up by spirit at night. Because a lot of people don't realize that there are some energies out there who do not want the truth to get out. They do not want people to find out the truth of anything. They want to keep us stagnant. There are energies out there. I would call them karmic energies, right? And I could do videos on what karmic energies are. But karmic energies are basically, like I said, that represents karma. It represents something repeating over and over again to the point of you finally realizing that it no longer serves you. So whether that be an abusive relationship, whether that be a job that you just hate and you just loathe and you hate going into work, that you just hate that job, chances are that would be the time to like quit that job and go find something that makes you happy instead of settling, right? And the thing is, with the karmic cycles, it will keep making you so unhappy to the point where you feel like you're going to mentally break, and to the point where you actually are forced to quit. Or there might be a situation where this spirit throws at you a curveball or something that actually keeps you like that. Pretty much what I mean by that is that the divine spirit, when I say that you have free will, yes, you have certain free will in this world. You have the choice to make the decisions that you want to make in this life, and you are responsible for them, right? But however, like I said, there is a higher power. There are beings that we don't see from the naked eye, or that we just are not ready to see, or refuse to see, or scared to see, whichever it is. They are the ones in charge. The creator, the divine source, is in charge. Spirit, spirit beings of unconditional love and light are in charge, right? Not the lower vibrational beings, not the ones that make you, stay up at night and everything like that and have nightmares and all that shit. All I'm saying is that the divine will step in if necessary, if there is something that's no longer serving you in your life. If you don't make that decision to quit or leave a certain situation that's no longer serving you, the divine spirit will step in and call judgment, and actually will remove you from that situation, whether you like it or not, whether it hurts or not, right? Because a lot of the times us humans, we think we know it all. We think we our life is destined. We have everything all planned out by a certain age. We expect to get married by a certain age. We expect to buy a house at a certain age. We expect to have a job, to be established at a certain age. That is such a 3D notion. And spirit, that's one thing that they will make you realize, is that it does not matter what age or what type of control or outcome that you have for this. They're saying drop the expectations, because a lot of the times when we have high expectations of ourselves, and it actually blocks us from the blessings and for the things that are meant to come into our life, because we're just still stuck on the notion that we have to be or do a certain thing at a certain time. And I can go in and I can go in details talking about how time doesn't even exist, and people are going to be like, what? What do you mean time doesn't exist? What do you mean? It does not exist. Remember I was feeling heartbreak energy? Someone's feeling heartbroken. This may not be for people who are watching this, but for whoever it is out there that I'm pulling energy-wise, I'm feeling that heartbroken energy. And this popped up in my last reading as well. Someone is still feeling heartbroken, whether it be the same exact person that I'm feeling energy-wise from, or it could be a whole collective. But someone's feeling heartbreak. What's this heartbreak about? What's this? I'm feeling like this sense of regret, guilt, feeling like I'm responsible for something that I fucked up on. I don't know what that feels. Okay, hold on. What's this heartbreak? What is this heartbreak about? Maybe, I don't know. Wow, a lot more people coming on. Welcome. Oh, look at that. See? And I was just talking about the moon today. We are talking about moon in Pisces. Ha! Funny how that pops up. But this, you see the moon right here in the background? So this person, okay, this explains the heartbreak. This person, whoever I am pulling energy-wise from, whoever I'm reading for, is walking away, is learning to walk away from things that no longer serve them. And remember, I was just talking about if you need to walk away from a job, a person, place, or thing, an addiction. And remember, addiction can come in many forms. It's not just drugs and alcohol. It could be addictive to codependency, addictive to self-sabotaging behaviors, addictions to being controlling. You see, there needs to be either someone walked away from something that no longer serves, or they will be going to, or they did in the past, right? But this 8 of Cups, you see the moon right here? He's like not impressed. He's like, you should have been fucking walking away. But it's just, look, this person is walking away from all those cups. It's walking away from things that you thought fulfilled you at one point, and they did. They made you happy at one point. This job, this lover, this addiction, this thing made you happy at one point, right? It made you happy. But now it's time for you to leave what's in the past and leave it there and start walking towards, you know, your blessings, your happiness. This represents someone walking away from heartbreak, okay? Or it could be represent someone walking away from old behaviors in general. Someone that's wanting to change. And like I said, the moon is at the bottom of the deck. The moon represents Scorpion energy. I'm getting more of a Scorpio energy. And you see the two dogs. Like I said, the moon represents what's hidden beneath the veil. This is kind of like the 4D. This is like I said, illumination. And it's funny because we're getting the moon and the sun in the same spread. And I said in the beginning, there will be illumination that's behind the veil, behind the moon. Because the moon, what the moon does, it hides things from us. It hides things that we're not ready to see at a certain point. The sun illuminates what's hidden behind the moon. So they both serve each other's purpose. And that's why I said there's dualities. You see this? You see the balance right now that's coming out? The moon and the sun? That represents dualities. And we all have a sun and a moon sign within our astrology chart. A lot of people don't know that. We only know our sun sign. Like I said, I'm an Aries, right? But my moon sign is actually a Libra. And my rising sign is actually a Leo, which represents the sun. So there's a lot that goes into astrology that people don't realize, because your chart, your astrology chart, your birth chart is actually your soul contract and what you're supposed to do in this world, right? So again, magician, manifesting, wishing and calling it in what it is that you want, what makes you happy. You see that all the elements that he's using cups, pentacles, swords, wands. You see the infinity sign right here? It represents also Leo. I'm seeing a lot of Leo that's popping up in this reading. Because the infinity sign represents 8. 8 represents Leo. 8 representing August, which is Leo season. So, yeah, someone's manifesting a new beginning. That's what it seems like. I'm feeling like someone is manifesting, whether it's a new job, a relationship, manifesting a new life in general, happiness, maybe a peace of mind. Because like I said, there's nothing like a freaking peace of mind, right? That's what I manifest most of the times, as a peace of mind. To be able to sleep at night. You know? Oh, okay. Alright, so 7 of Cups. I was saying that this was trying to pop up. So this is someone that is being very indecisive. They have so much choices to pick, right? And 7 of Cups represents not knowing which one to go. Which path to pick. Where do I start? Where do I even, like, there's so much options. I don't know which one. It could represent maybe whatever truth that comes from the moon, or whatever is illuminating is about someone having many options. So like if you were stuck in the dark about maybe starting up a project, for example, or like a business, and you don't know where to start, you don't know where, but just know that maybe the sun, after this moon comes right here and the sun comes, after that the illumination, the judgment, right, spirit comes. I think they're going to start giving you options, and you're going to have to use your discernment or an intuition to pick which one it is, because I can't make that decision for you, right? And that's a lot of the things that I like to say to people who DM me. They're like I said, they ask me, how do I heighten my abilities? It's like, well, I can start you on the right path, I can steer you in the right direction. However, I can't do the work for you, boo. You got to do the work for you. You got to be the one that wants to create that relationship with spirit. You have to be the one that is ready to learn, to progress in life, to change, you know. You got to be the one to take that first step. I can give you so much information, but I always tell people it starts with you, okay? You're the one that's going to have to do the research. You're the one that's going to have to make the decision. You're the one that's going to have to live with the decision afterwards, not me, right? That's why intuition comes into play. That's why people who have been in the dark, you know, been a lot of things hidden, behind the surface, when this full moon comes around, I'm just seeing like spirit just full blown telling people, like, just showing you the many options. Like, here, you can pick this one, this one, this one, this one. Which one would do you want? And then the thing is like, I don't like to say it's a test. It's more of like, you got to use your intuition and discernment. And intuition is pretty much, everyone has that. It's your instinct. It's your inner guidance. It's your higher self. You see this, the Hierophant? It's your higher self that tells you which direction that you need to go. It's the one that guides you on the freaking daily. And it's the one that roams around at night when you go to sleep, as far as soul-wise. Because people don't realize that when you go to sleep at night, when you have dreams, your soul leaves the body to go venture off and do what it knows that it does all the time. Which is what? Hang out with loved ones, travel the world, you know? And people don't realize that when they go to sleep at night and they wake up feeling more tired than they did the other night, or just in general, it's probably because your soul was wandering around just partying or doing some shit. And we would call that astral projection. That's what it's called, astral projection. So if you want to know what that is, look that up. There's a lot that goes into it. And I'm sure a lot of family members actually do have astral projection. What's the Seven of Cups? Okay. Okay, again, bottom of the deck. Magician. Someone's manifesting some... I know it's me because I do white magic, which is a form of magic. I don't like to call it witchcraft, but if we want to put it a term, I guess, because manifestation is a part of witchcraft, and people do witchcraft on the daily. And people just, there's just a lot of shit that people don't realize that they do on the daily. Let's just say that. But Knight of Wands. This represents Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, fire energy, someone coming in freaking fast. And we got this in our last reading, I believe. Oh gosh, it seems like whatever decision that this person has to make, whoever's watching or whoever energy that I'm reading for, whatever this offer is, this offer is coming in fast. Probably faster than you think it is. Right? That's what... They're telling me that a lot of the times, people, when they start wishing for something in their life and they start manifesting certain things, they wish it for a long time, but then when they get it, then they question if they deserve it or not. So say, for instance, if you're going for a new job, right? And it's your dream job. And then you get the call back saying that you got the job. Then all of a sudden, those worries start flooding in on if you're good enough. Or did they make the right call? Or is this too much of a coincidence? This couldn't possibly be. This can't be me. They can't possibly want me. You know, that type of thing. Like I said, you need to learn to walk away from self-sabotaging behaviors. So whatever offer that's coming, and this is for me too. This is a message for me as well, because I tend to self-sabotage all the freaking time, okay? So I'm speaking from first person experience. But this offer that's coming in hella fast, faster than you probably think, right? Because we're talking about divine timing. Just know, try to avoid being in a low vibrational energy, just like you questioning if you deserve this new opportunity or not. Whatever it is that you've been wishing for that makes you happy, just know that you deserve it, right? You deserve to be happy. You deserve whatever it is in your life that makes you sing with joy, right? Don't sabotage this new experience that may be coming in for you. And it could be disguised. It could be disguised as certain things, but like I said, you're going to have to use your gut. You're going to have to use your discernment, all right? On whatever it is or whatever path that may be coming up. So, what is it that's coming in fast? What's with the Seven of Cups? I want more information on that, please. Oh shit. Communicate. Okay, this totally resonates for me, and I really don't want it to turn into a love reading. I mean, I love love, but at the same time, it's like I was hoping for other messages that might come out. Like, I'm trying. So communication. So we got this in our last read. This represents fire energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm feeling like every card that I am pulling out right now basically is a more extended reading on the last reading that we just did. On whoever just what, it's like pretty much the same exact message. So, and the spirit does that to you sometimes. Sometimes they'll be like, I said what I said, you know, that type of thing. So 8 of Wands, communication. So something's coming in. Someone is reaching out, whether it's going to be to you, whether it's going to be a phone call, a text message, an email, something. There's going to be some form of communication that's going to come in hella fucking fast, right? This is fire energy. Fast. Fire represents fast movement. A Knight of Wands is probably one of the fastest knights in the whole deck. That's, yeah, pretty much. Closest to the Knight of Swords. But this, no. He fucking treads in. He just goes straight in. He goes for it. He's impulsive. He doesn't even think about it. He just jumps into it, right? Kind of like the Fool. But yeah, communication is coming in about this new beginning. I believe it's about this offer that's being made. So like I said, High Priestess. Okay. This is probably one of my favorite cards as well. High Priestess is pretty much the counterpart to the Hierophant, which is why I'm so happy that she popped out, right? Because remember what I was talking about? There's so much dualities and balance that's going on. And there's a counterpart for everything. Masculine energy, feminine energy. Masculine energy, feminine energy. You see the balance that's going on? There's a lot of duality. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be coming to balance within themselves. You see this shit? This represents their energy. The Hierophant represents the sun, right? The sun represents masculine energy. It represents the ego. It represents 3D. It represents what's tangible, right? What's right in front of you. What's illuminated. What's seen in front of you from the naked eye. Feminine energy represents what's hidden, you know, intuition. She uses her guidance, her inner gut. She uses her third eye, is what we would say, to look beyond the illusions. She sees things underneath it all more so than the masculine energy. She's more psychic. Like, mind you, he is psychic, right? Don't get me wrong, divine masculines, when I say divine masculines, I mean someone, an awakened male, an awakened masculine, right? Someone who just gets it, who his third eye is open, he's spiritually woke. He is smart and he uses intuition, but he pretty much is the ground, the stability. He's the foundation. He's the person that, you know, holds it down. Like, that's pretty much what we know for masculine energies. Feminine, on the other hand, she's someone, High Priestess, she's someone that knows a lot but doesn't say anything. She's someone that has a lot of secrets that are hidden underneath that no one knows about. She's like, I can read through you. I can read through the bullshit. But I'm not going to let you know that I can. You know what I mean? So I feel like the Hierophant right here, this divine masculine, someone is awakened, right? I feel like whoever this is, this divine masculine is awakened. And he, whatever this, I'm just going to say he, you know, doesn't matter the gender, but whoever this is coming in with swiftly, with communication, with a new opportunity, with an offer of what? Emotions, love, commitment, marriage possibly, to this High Priestess, right? Because the High Priestess is equal to the Hierophant. So I'm just going to put them together. And okay, justice. You see, look at this. Oh my god. Spirit is really making themselves known in this reading right now. Okay, justice also represents the divine. It also represents Libra energy. So if you have Libra within your chart, there you go. But Libra also represents scales balancing out. And remember when I said in the beginning of the reading, things will start to balance out. Oh my gosh. The thing is, I told you guys, I don't really need the cards, but I use the cards to just physically show you proof of what I'm talking about. Justice right here. Libra, it means that divine is stepping in and balancing out the scales. It means that this person, the Hierophant, this person that's coming in is trying to make things balanced out, like a give and take. So maybe this person wasn't so much of a give and take person. Maybe they weren't really, you know, much of a person that was all about the receiving and giving type of thing, because that's balance as well. That's duality as well. Learning to give and receive, you know, learning to give help and receiving help is so important. If you're someone that gives help too much, you will burn yourself out. That's not love. That's not unconditional love. If you're someone that takes and receives too much, that's not balanced. That's thinking more of on a selfish level, you know, thinking more for self. There has to be balance in between. That's why justice, Libra, is coming in. And mind you, wow, more people are coming in. Hi guys, whoever's coming in, welcome. When I say Libra, it's so funny because guess what? Guess what comes after Virgo season? Libra season, right? Libra is coming up at the end of September towards October, right? And when Libra starts to come around, what happens is everything starts to balance out. So whatever was unbalanced throughout the whole year, just know that when the Libra season starts coming in, justice will be restored. Judgment, you know, spirit is going to step in and actually intervene. So it's showing right now a lot of promise. Oh, look at that heartbreak energy. 10 of Swords. Okay, so someone, like I said, they were having sleepless nights. I remember that 9 of Swords that was at the bottom of the deck. Someone not sleeping, but 10 of Swords represents a completion and ending. 10 is great. So even though this looks really scary right now, it's not bad at all. What it represents is an ending. It represents someone finally reaching a conclusion that they're putting down and walking away from whatever this was that was causing unhappiness, unbalance throughout the year, right? Because this person feels completely defeated, completely down. He's face down. He has 10 swords in his back, and that's painful. No shit. So look at that, 5 of Cups, someone crying over spilled milk. So see, there was an ending that happened. There was something that happened that caused this person, or an ending that will happen that will cause this person to feel this type of energy. So there's going to have to be some healing involved. There's going to have to be some time for this person to take time for themselves, to rest, to be able to get their emotions and their whole life in balance, okay? I'm sorry if I'm making this really long. It's just the channel message that was in the beginning of this video was just super long. I don't have control on how long videos go. Spirit really makes that very clear. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, it is about love. Look at that. 2 of Cups. So it's 2 people offering their cups to each other, but you see this? Like I said, this person wasn't so giving in the beginning. You see, the masculine energy is reaching for her cup, right? It should be equal enough where they're supposed to hand both their cups, but he's reaching, you know, he's wanting to take that cup. But this person probably is realizing that, you know, that what they did, or if they probably hurt, I feel like something went wrong. Oh, look at this. I didn't even realize this fell out. Wow, the 6 of Pentacles. You know, remember when I just said about balance? Look at that scale. Look at that. Holy shit. Okay, so obviously they're making it very clear how important balance is right now at this current point. But 6 of Pentacles represents give and receive, give and take. Someone wants to give and take. Someone's tired of being the person that just takes, or gives. They want it to be balanced out. Whether this be a love interest, whether this be a job, whether this be a career, whether this be a project, there has to be balance. And there will be balance be restored. You know, there will be justice, you know, divineness stepping in. And that's why I'm saying this full moon that's coming in Pisces right now is a very pivotal moment. A lot of, like I said, if you want love and you want to confess your feelings to people, now would be the time. Because this is 2 of Cups. This represents the lovers. This is kind of close to the Lovers card, but not technically. But this person wants to offer that cup of love to someone. Feminine or masculine, doesn't matter. But I know what this reading is for. I have a feeling this is mainly for soulmates or twin flames, or those that are in But it could be, look at that. Leo popping out again. Something about Leo. So if you have Leo within your chart, please pay attention to these messages that are coming within here. You see the infinity sign 8 representing Leo. We just passed Leo season, okay? But Leo, this strength card, so this person is needing a lot of strength to come and offer this, because I'm feeling like from this ending, this heartbreak or whatever that happened, it's going to take a lot of strength and a lot of time to heal in order to come forward and actually offer this, you know, or it's going to take a lot of strength for you on your end to receive it, all right? Whatever this offer that comes in, like I said, it might not be something that you might necessarily want to hear or like or want to see. It might be that. Or it might be something that you've been waiting for to be illuminated, but either or, you're going to need strength. This person needs strength, or you're going to need strength in order to get through this, right? You see this? She's taming the beast right here. This is your ego side. It's taming that shadow self, right? That little voice that tells you you can't do it, you can't succeed, you know, give up, you know, why try, etc., etc. Don't listen to that. Keep that in check, right? Okay, and then the Queen of Pentacles are at the bottom. This represents Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy, so earth signs. I'm seeing a lot of cups, so there's a lot of water energy, a lot of Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy. I'm seeing a lot of people having that, and then fire within the chart, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then there's some air signs, which is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So I'm seeing almost a full house right here. So, and Queen of Pentacles represent money. So it could be someone might be getting a sum of money. Someone might be getting an offer, maybe a job offer. Oh. Okay, 5 of Wands and the Emperor. Oh, look at that. Remember when I said Aries, Leo, Sagittarius? This represents Aries. So this person is more of a masculine energy that's coming in right here. This person also is a person that is a leader who stands in their power. Someone that could be, you know, wanting to run a business of their own. Someone that is in a position of power. One thing for sure, though, he can be a little bit controlling. That's only the only downfall with the Emperor, really, is that he could be controlling, a little bit impulsive, stubborn even. But overall, he's someone that really sits within his power, and his counterpart, yes, is the Empress. But again, 2 of Swords, this popped up in the last reading. Someone's they're coming to a fork in the road, and they're gonna have to use their discernment and make a decision on taking this offer or going for this offer, okay? Whether you're on the receiving or giving end, either or, both have to make a choice in the matter on if they want to move forward with this new opportunity or not, okay? So I'm just gonna, for me, I'm getting tired, honestly. But like, I really do, like, I try to keep my readings as short as possible, but again, I don't control the timing. Okay, Spirit, I'm gonna get a few more cards, and then I'll end this reading off with the overall message, and then I'll just end this live reading and wish you guys good night. And then I'll provide the timestamp at the bottom of the comments if you guys just want to fast forward to the actual reading. The Queen of Pentacles wants to pop out again. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Again, this person is abundant. She's abundant. He or she. Someone that knows how to take care of their coinage. Someone that is stable. Someone that's stable within their emotions. It doesn't just mean financially, you know. Someone that is grounded. Someone that is not easily bothered by things, you know. Someone that is balanced within her emotion. So apparently, this Emperor liking this Queen of Pentacles right here. Okay, and then obviously he feels left out in the cold, he or she. So there could possibly been, they're probably fearing rejection. Because there's a fear of rejection that's coming up right now. Whether it be a job, love, or whatever, there's just a fear of rejection that's coming up. And I feel like that's pretty much a big blockage that's going on right now with a lot of people. And a lot of people are going to realize that this fear is not serving you whatsoever on this new path that you're trying to go on. So that could be illuminated later, is that the fear will dissipate and go away. So this person is worrying. This person feels left out in the cold. This person feels rejected. Could possibly was rejected or kicked out. I don't know. Someone probably was kicked out of their house or dumped or something. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's pretty much what happens during this karmic season. There will be relationships being left. Okay, look. Yep, Six of Cups. This represents past life energy, so someone could be coming from the past life. Six of Cups represents, again, give and receive. Remember, we had the Six of Pentacles right here. See that? There's a synchronous 6-6 right here. And 6 represents love. It is the number of love. 6 actually represents love. So, there's a pattern going on here, guys. And then right here, the 9 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles. So this person, like I said, something ended, right? A relationship probably ended. Someone was kicked out to the curb or something. I don't know. But they are single. So this represents a single card. So someone is alone. They're single. They're abundant within themselves. And they're working hard, diligently, towards whatever it is that they're trying to manifest. Whether this be money, stability, a new home, I don't know, fixing your credit. I don't know. It's whatever resonates with you in your situation. But this person is working hard and diligently, and they're by themselves right now, currently focusing on themselves. So they did walk away from a certain situation, or they will be walking away from a certain situation, and they will be by themselves. But during this point in time, they're going to realize that during the being by themselves is actually healing for them. Remember when I said that they need time to heal? Well, this represents someone being healed, like feeling abundant. The only thing that they need is the last cup, which represents the 10 of Cups, right? And the 10 of Cups is fulfillment. That's complete fulfillment. That's the family. That's the home. That's the financial stability. It's the kids. It's everything. Once you reach the 10 of Cups in tarot, you pretty much have it all, right? This 9 of Cups represents that someone is almost there. And we are legit in 9. We're in September, right? So, there's a lot of synchronicities that are going on right now, but this person right now could be reflecting. This is a perfect time in Virgo to be alone and to go within and reflect on what it is that you know, what steps that you need to start taking, right? But this represents past life energy. It represents soulmate energy and twin flame energy. Remember when I said that I feel like this is past life type stuff or past life connections? Well, a soulmate, what that is someone that was connected to your past life, right? Someone, and we do have past lives. There's so much information. We do have past lives, right? Some people even have plenty, like up to hundreds, right? But what happens is that they end up, we end up not remembering them when we come into this world as an infant, as a baby. What we're meant to do is that we're meant to come in completely not knowing, have amnesia on any type of form of past lives that happen, right? So what happens is during this lifetime, some people are meant to wake up and figure out those past lives that they had, and some people are just not meant to. Some people are just meant to walk through life not knowing, okay? And that's perfectly fine. Again, the Magician's card wanted to pop up. So someone is manifesting, whether it be through spell work, witchcraft, whether it be through just wishing and praying, someone that likes to pray, someone that is, you know, could be doing, it could be spell work. This person could be into witchcraft. And the thing is like, I know that this represents me, but I feel like this other person that I'm pulling right now, they could be into this. They could know about that. So, that would be awesome. Okay, another card. Oh, okay, well, Six of Cups wanted to come out again. Past life energy. Okay, so last message, overall message, please, Spirit, and then I'll start ending off the reading. But yeah, I just wanted to get you guys a little bit prepared, like, just you guys starting to know, like, what to expect. Oh my gosh, the Hermit! Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm sorry. But the Hermit, oh my gosh, I was just talking about 9. We are literally talking about 9 in karmic. Okay, so the Hermit is the number 9 in the tarot deck, right? You see that shit? 9 representing Virgo. And the hermit represents Virgo season. And I was just talking about this. Yes, we're in Virgo season. This is a time to go within. This is the perfect time to start going within and asking yourself, okay, is my life going the direction that I want it to go? Or is it going the direction that, you know, I'm settling for, you know? Or because I'm comfortable with it. Because people get too comfortable and then they just don't want to change. They just get too comfortable, right? But if you're trying to manifest, right, this new beginning, right, this offer, the hermit represents Virgo. It represents going within. It represents reflecting and going within and actually figuring out what it is that makes you happy. The cards are just confirming what I was talking about earlier. But there you go. There's your physical proof. But you see this, the lantern that he's holding, that's the enlightenment. That's the divine. The hermit, what that happens is, like, when someone goes within, it's dark, right? You're surrounded by nothing but, like, pretend this is darkness, and he's just leading himself with the lantern right here, right? The only guidance that he has is this light. That's the only way that he can see throughout his journey, right? That's his only form of light. But it also represents that even though you may be lost, even though you're in the hermit mode, even though you're in the dark, you're being guided, right? As long as you follow the light, as long as you follow your inner guidance, your intuition, you know, then whatever it is that needs to be illuminated will come to you. So the answers that they're pretty much saying to me right now to say, the answers that you are seeking right now starts with going within. And people get pissed off when I say this in their DMs because people be messaging me, asking me, how do I heighten my abilities? Well, first you go in hermit mode, right? You go within, and then you start asking yourself questions that you normally wouldn't ask. Like, am I on the right path? Am I making the right decisions? Should I be doing more? Should I be doing less? Should I remove my energy from a certain person, place, or thing? Or should I keep this? You know, you need to go within and ask. This, like, legit, the whole purpose of this reading is going within. And look at this. At the bottom of my deck right here, I have the Ten of Wands. You see the synchronicity right here? The Ten of Swords. There's a completion. So this person is wanting to put the burdens down. This represents putting burdens down. This represents someone carrying too much weight, too much things, too much thoughts, too much of the past, you know? Something that has been holding them back. Because how do you expect to walk through your life with this bunch of wands, with this bunch of burdens on your back, right? At some point, you're going to have to learn to put the wands down and walk away, right? Because that's what happens right here. We just seen that in before right here. Once you put the burdens down, once you learn to let go of things that are no longer serving you, this is what happens. You walk away. You see this? There's a sequence. So 10 represents completion. This represents the last stage. So this is good news. It may seem bad, but this is good news. It means that someone's reaching towards the end of a completion of a cycle. It means that this person is learning to go within. This person is learning to drop the burden, and this person is learning to move on to calmer waters. Someone that wants happiness. This person wants happiness. So in order to do that, go within. And if you don't know how to do that, start with meditation. Start with meditation. Right? Meditating is very important. Or go outside, go into nature, connect with nature, take a walk, go near water. I always tell people, go near water, because when you are around oceans, lakes, ponds, whatever, even in your own bathtub or shower, it actually brings healing to you. The energy within water brings healing to you, the right water, right? But being around water can actually heal your energy. It makes you feel better. You find yourself walking away feeling 10 times more better than you did before. Okay? And if it's not water, then go out in nature where there's trees. Right? We're in Washington. Take advantage of the nature around you. Okay? And I know that it rains a lot here and everything like that. And, you know, some people don't want to be out in this cold weather. But it's just complaining. Go outside. Even if it's in your backyard, even if you can't, open up your windows to your house, your home. Open up the windows. Let light in, okay? Let this light in. Let new energy, new air come into your home, your space. Be around new energy, all right? This is what I meant by saying the hermit. This means healing. You need to go and heal yourself within. It starts within. I always tell people, stop seeking outside yourself for help. Stop always going to people and asking how you are supposed to go about making a decision that involves your life. You need to start asking yourself those questions. Okay? And I'm not trying to get down on people, but that's where we go wrong. Us humans, that's what spirit likes to, okay, I'm going to just say this. Spirit tells us that a lot of the times humans like to seek outside themselves for help. We like to go to counselors, we like to go to doctors, we like to go ask our friends and family for certain advice, you know, on certain things, not realizing that when we do that, a lot of different people's opinions and ideas can actually affect our decision making. It can actually cloud your judgment. It can actually get in the way of your intuition. Right here, you see this? It can actually get in the way and block you from using your own discernment, because then it's making you codependent. It's making you rely on other people's opinions and advice on what you should do. Honey, you should know what you should do. That's your choice. It's your life. It's not theirs. It's your life. Okay? You're the one that has to deal and live with the consequences, right? Not them. So it's good to ask questions. It's good to ask advice from friends and family or anyone or a professional for help. But also realize, learn to shut it off. Learn to go hermit, right? Learn to use your own intuition. Learn to actually go within and figure things out for yourself, right? And sometimes you don't even have to figure it out for yourself. A lot of the time, spirit is just waiting for us to ask. And I can attest to this, right? For the longest time, I have a hard time asking for help. And if you're a person that has a hard time asking for help, just know that with that comes certain things like consequences. It comes with resentment. If you're a person that does not receive help all the time, you become resentful because no one else is helping you. You know, there's like certain patterns, and just you feeling that way can create a domino effect in certain other aspects, okay? But it starts with you going within. It starts with you asking the right questions, right? Stop seeking outside yourself is what I'm hearing. Stop asking and wanting validation from others, okay? If it's something that makes you happy and it's a good idea to you, go for it, right? It's good to get some opinions, right? And to get an overall, like, consensus. Again, heartbreak. Goodness gracious. But it's good to really test out your own abilities. Because remember I said everyone's gifted, okay? There's no one better than another person. You are just as gifted as me. You are just as gifted as someone else who has abilities, right? It's just you got to learn to tap into your own. Okay? You are, whoever's watching this, you are an empress. You are an emperor. You are a high priestess. You are a hierophant. You are that person. You have the potential to be that person. It's just, are you ready to tap into it? Are you ready to accept it? Are you ready to really do the research and actually really want to change? That's up to you. Moving on. Okay, so overall, that was my overall message. I love that the Hermit card came out. We had the Sun card, we had the Moon card. Everything like that I was talking about in the beginning is pretty much validation of what I was talking about, okay? But overall, just know that things will work out in divine timing. And when I say divine timing, I don't mean our ego time. Remember when I said time doesn't exist? It does not, okay? It does not. Not in the sense that we know it, okay? The time that we know was just human-made, in order to keep track of finances, in order to keep track of harvests. You know, it was all about the, all about the farming and everything back then. But we took and ran with it and actually applied time to our actual lives, and then we live by the clock like no other. And not realizing that that's actually not real. Like, especially in the 5D sense, like, they don't care about time. Like, a minute over there, like a day over there is like a minute or a second, like, in their time. It's totally different. That way they can travel to different types of people at the exact same moment, right? There's no concept of time. So any of your loved ones or any type of ancestors or spirit guides, whatever, where they're at in the 5D, there is no concept of time. And that's not in a scary sense, but it's in a sense where everything is happening all at once, past, present, and future. And people like to think there's different, you know, like different dimensions you can jump in. No, everything's happening all simultaneously. The past, the present, the future, your past self, the present right here, and your future self are all living their best life right now. So, anywho, I like to ramble, but I'm wishing you guys nothing but the best, love and light, okay? And overall message, do not give up. It said it in the cards again. If you want, you can go watch my other tarot reading that was posted before. It's a little bit shorter. But again, I'll be posting a timestamp that's below in the comments, so that way you can just fast forward to this reading. And you don't even have to listen to the channeled message, okay? But if you do, then it's for you. And if you come across this video, chances are you were guided to this video and you were meant to hear this message at this point in time, okay? But I love you guys. Thank you to my spirit guides, my angels, my ancestors, to the divine, and overall the creator for helping me to get this message out for you guys, okay? And hope you guys get some sleep, and just please take care of yourself. Self-care, all right, for Saturday, for this weekend. Take time out for yourself and just do you. Bubble bath, face mask, movies, because it's going to be a Friday the 13th as well. Have fun. Have a blast. Okay, thank you guys for watching. See you guys my next video. Bye. Good night.